この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I am Teeaboo, and as you can see from the red all over my face, I am here to watch Kyousougiga. We're on episode 5. Last week we focused on Yase Doji, and her goblins and other weird servant people who are really cute and really cool, and we discovered over the character study that was the previous episode, deeply sad and lonely and really wants family back and lives a lot in the past and a whole lot of character depth that I just didn't expect. That was like, oh man. So we have done 2 of our 3 children, and 1 remains. It is Myoe. We have seen little bits and snips and pieces of who Myoe is and how he acts, and I don't have any conclusions to draw about him yet. Our exploration of Yase was so much more in-depth than I would have expected from an exploration of a goofy character like that I'm just going to entirely withhold judgment on Myoe / Yakushimaru until we get some more stuff here. So, let's watch some episode of Kyousougiga, and maybe we'll get some more stuff here. Almost certainly we will find out something about Myoe. I don't know what, though. Like, how does he feel about all of this? He's the only one of them who's aged, who seems human, and that's weird. He's also like the only thing in this world that seems to be aging. There was that girl that he was hitting on when he was young, and now she's still a girl and he's an adult, which is real weird. He does have a girlfriend now, and I wonder how that works out. They seem to have a really interesting relationship that I'm very much intrigued by. But it's all kind of up in the air, and we kind of need more information before we make any sort of judgment calls about Myoe. So let's get some more information. I've got episode 5 of Kyousougiga up and ready to go. It is sitting at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction. Picture-in-picture version with the video up there will be available in the description. Timer-based version will be up on YouTube. If you would like to do a syncy thing and sync up your own copy with the timer-based version, you are welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you right now. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Everyone has their place. Oh boy. Monks are to be monks and commoners are okay, says Priest Myoe. We ought to live this life as we are meant to be. Is this Father Myoe or Boy Myoe's? That was a pomegranate. Which we talked about before being part of the OP. All right, are we just fate now? Is this just Emiya Shiro waking up in the middle of the fucked up everything? Kind of. Kind of. What happened? Also, are you just Tanjiro now? But your parents are dead. Jesus. Oh, no, oh, let's not do that. Oh, let's do that. I guess we did that. How did we undo that? Youthful youngest child. He's the opposite of youthful, though. In the beginning and the end, which is on to Un, right? Oh, that's girlfriend. Oh, yeah, yeah. She's really pretty. Yeah. Huh? 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 I see. Should come every day. No, no, please, no. So, what do you do as a priest? Exactly. Wait, who is this bunny thing? What? What? Is it gonna happen again? Okay, it didn't happen again. Good. What the fuck is that? Okay, whatever. Uh-huh. Does that happen pretty often? Yeah. Got some kind of weird soup, right? Because he doesn't want any part of any of this. Ooh. Yearly occurrence? Hmm. Hmm. Got it. We're all stuck here together. Because he's not like you guys. Yeah, he hit us with the story. Is this, what's his name? Hachi at the station? Fuck. Yeah. And now they made a statue of him. Till he died himself. Yeah. It's a really sad story. So that's him waiting for his parents to come back, right? Why didn't it leave? Mmm. Mmm. Ah, there it is. Hachiko. Yep. What is that, Kurama? No, he was waiting for Godot. Hmm. Why? Waiting for death regardless? Uh, huh. Immediately her opinion switches. Huh. We're on station day. Station opening day. Is that... Oh, hello. That's some random child. That's cute stuff, though. Hmm. Well, you know now. The bead treatment, I see. I see, of course. Aww. Ah. Well, what tale did she tell? I'd love to. Well, she's not real, so that might not be a good idea. I don't know if you can keep that promise, but okay. Yeah. Uh. Hey, that sounds like you. It sounds like you're projecting. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Damn, dude. Seems like you're in a lot of pain there, buddy. Alright, yeah. Whoa, what the? What is all that stuff? Are those just chips and bags of food and stuff? What a great face. Yes, she is. Yeah, he's doing that all on his own. Okay. But why? Yeah, that was just an explosion of self-hatred there. Hmm. With you? God, you just crushed so many chips. Well, that's how he feels. Okay. Is that a good thing? Hmm. To change something? Wow. Yeah, what did he say before? It's like you just want to chill and wait for something to change. Sounds like what Myo is doing. Yeah. I can't refuse that. Yes, absolutely. Are you though? How about chips? How about chips? Toka. Okay. Oh god. Back to this. Ah. Those are the animals. Why are they there? Okay, scarf. Sad boy sad. Whoa. Forceful head pats. And the beads. Welcome to the family. You carry Priest Mioe? And that's a burden. I will return with the beginning and end in tow. And Un. I still think that they're the beginning and the end. I don't know how, though. Hello, pupper. Hello, empty house. What's up? Huh? Please tell me she's not here. No, he's gonna go find her. Okay. Oh god, they talk. Oh no. What the fuck does that mean? This is the trippiest scene. What the fuck was, what? Hello, pupper. Hi. Why? Nonstop. So mad. He's got that scarf though. Back. Why are you so pissed? Ding. Always. Always. Easy peasy. All right. Well, the two of them. Hell no. Hell no. I refuse. Oh, that's the thing that we saw. Great. No. Never. This is just bonding. It's weird. I'm gonna have a rabbit. Uh-huh. You did crash my fucking bike, though. Okay. We're really going. Time for us to have a talk somewhere far away from everybody else. This is also really pretty. Oh, hello, train. Where does that train go that he was like, I hope that she doesn't board that train? And how does that fit in with the... What the fuck? This is all the stuff that... Wait, what? That's all the stuff that people don't need. Why was there an old lady on there? Is she being discarded? That is horrifying. Wait, I'm sorry. Can we stop for a second and mention there was a person on that train? Okay. Very pretty. Really? I think she's serious. No need to get out of here, unlike you. Can you? Ah. They're in the forbidden area? Wait. The forbidden area... Is the forbidden area the shrine? Or like a representation of it? Okay. Just like you and your... Mm-hmm. You do sound like him. Hajimari Owari. One day I will return with the beginning and end in tow. Yeah, what you just say? The fuck you just say? What a moment. Bing. Get wrecked. Wait. Wait. What the fuck? Wait, those are the animals. Animals! The bead treatment. Oh, whoop, up. Got him. Where the fuck did you get that? Yes, and also no, I think. Unclear, but okay. What? Why penguin drum? Like, what? Also gross. You don't just bite into a pomegranate. That's fucking gross. What is this? When is this? We know this is before. Okay, Myoe and Mother arrive, right? So he is not their child. He brought him back. Okay. He's kind of dead. Uh. 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 What do you want in exchange? Don't say what I think you're about to say. Don't say what I think you're about to say. Are you gonna leave without saying anything? That's even worse. That's what I thought you were gonna say. So you're still suicidal? Why, though? I guess you don't necessarily need a why. That's part of the problem, isn't it? Alright, this episode is super different. And super unclear to me. What? Alright, that's weird. Oh god, this episode was a trip. What the heck? And what an interesting, balance of goofy stuff going on, and then these really tension-filled, dramatic slow scenes, like, that one shot of them in the field of wheat, that just holds and lasts, and then the other shots that occur in that area when, he grabs her and then just holds for a second before saying anything. It creates so much interesting tension and so much, like, atmosphere through doing nothing on screen. It's really interesting in terms of the way that it's building drama. On which note, I want to know who episode directed this. I mean, some of this is just our main director is just Kugiyama's stuff, which I think is the right name, and I might be wrong, but I want to know who episode directed as well. Give me a sec. Sorry, Matsumoto. I got the name fully wrong. I knew that I did. Okay, cool. Junji Shimizu both storyboarded and directed this episode, and he storyboarded the next episode as well. Junji Shimizu having worked on a fuckload of Precure, which is kind of odd, so he spent a lot of time at Toei. Wait, is that even right? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is Toei. Cool. I gotta go through this episode and think about it. Everyone should know this place in their world. Their place in this world. Monks are to be monks, and commoners are to be commoners. Emperors are to be emperors, and retainers are to be retainers. Disregarding one's place is evil, which is what Mioe does over the course of this episode, and in general in his life. He is the monk, but he skimps work, right? So the nature of evil in this land is nonconformity. Okay. And he was given the burden of being a monk. by being given the beads, which were also genes and family ties because DNA doesn't really matter, does it? Okay. Cool. Why the pomegranate? And why is it just the fruit from Penguin Drum? It's not, but it is. And that sequence where we see young Myoe share the pomegranate with young Kodo, is that real? Is that symbolically what's going on when he lets her into his life and like tells her his actual goals? Is that just symbolic, or is that an actual flashback to a thing that occurred between worlds where like he shared a pomegranate with her? I don't know. I don't know if there's any way to know. But she has the coin. And the coin is the key, right? It's the thing that allows them to pass between worlds, I think. Okay. So let's take this, let's try and figure out anything that we can do to line up the timeline of these events. This fire, I thought initially was the shrine where they all were. It's not. This is a different location, either a house or a shrine or something. But it is a different location. Myoe, as a boy, is here. He's wearing this robe, which has pomegranate-esque symbols all over it, kind of. Or I guess that's the robe of his father. His does not have those. His is ties and figure eights, which I don't know if they mean anything. So he's watching that one burn. We see bits and elements of his dead parents. That's his mother's corpse. She is dead. He raises his dagger and goes for the full ritual suicide, full harakiri. Jesus. Fuck. Crazy thing for a kid to do. Okay, so his life is over and he kills himself. A leaf burns on the wind, and we exit the scene, right? Yeah, we stop there. Okay. Then we jump to here. I'm going to jump ahead and over to the other flaming sequence. Boom. Boom. Okay, but this is out of line. So this flaming sequence is here, and then we put it right up next to this sequence, but this sequence is far after. This is after he's already been adopted by the family, already been saved from death somehow, I assume with the fruit, and is now being given the responsibility of carrying on the monk Myoe. Which Myoe says to him literally like, you carry the monk Myoe now. I'm sorry you had to tolerate my pastimes for such a long time. Is he speaking to the child or to the monk Myoe? I don't know. Here have these genes. Turns into blood, the last of my selfish acts. You should carry Priest Myoe from now on. The title, the responsibility, the beads, what does that mean? And they like form out of his blood, out of his genetic material. Beads made from genes, which are religion and tradition, and also family and family ties and binding. Okay, cool. I mean, symbolically, that makes sense. One day, I promise I will return with the beginning and the end in tow, and he has, in the form of Kodo, who is not him, but is his daughter, kind of, but probably also adopted, kind of? Okay. And then there's one more flaming sequence. Once we have our goofy stuff, we see the pomegranate there. And he is giving it up, it seems. Ah and Un for the beginning and the end. Flash to that moment. Flash to the other moment here. He shares the pomegranate with her, which doesn't make any sense yet, but maybe it will. Myoe finds dead child, carries back fully dead corpse. By the way, just like smiling like, hey, I brought a kid home. He's dead. Is the craziest thing that I've seen in a long time. That's just bonkers, Myoe. Why are you, what the fuck? Heavens, what happened? And that's the whole scene. And he wants to die still. So, pomegranates in the original Persephone's myth are a thing that traps you in a place. This pomegranate brings him back to life, it seems, but also traps him. But he ages. Like I was gonna say he's trapped in like immortality or something like that, but he still ages. So I don't know if that's true, necessarily true. But he may be unable to die so long as he's in this location, and that makes sense. So he is against his will forced to live on. And the bargain that he wants to make with Kodo is that because she has the hammer that can kill, I assume. We haven't seen it kill, but we know it can destroy things in this world. It's got that power. He wants her to end him. Once they find their mother, the Black Rabbit. Okay, I need to go back and rewatch the scene of Kurama and Yase talking about trains and stuff. So this is a yearly occurrence. So this happens every time that the station opening occurs. And also, the nature of the station opening just changed for us. We just saw more of it, right? Like, previously, what we knew about the station opening was everybody floats away their shit, and then it floats away and it's gone. But here, at the end of this episode, we see that. And it's a lot more than that. So the train leaves the station, and it's a train full of stuff that nobody needs. And then there's a fucking person on it. Like, that's not a doll of a person or a mannequin. We see mannequins as well. That's a full person. And also the pomegranate, which I don't understand why that's there. But there is fully a person on that train. Does that mean that anybody at any point in this world can just choose to die and cease existing? It seems to. It also, like, he said as he was sitting there with his scooter and the dog, he says, "I hope Kodo isn't going to try to board the train." And he also says, "Have you ever wondered if you got on the train, would it take you back to where you're from, back to the real world or something like that?" I don't remember exactly what he says. Because he's ideating suicide still. It never changed. They never fixed his underlying like traumas or his self-hatred or his boredom, which seems to be the biggest thing now. They never fixed his malaise. They just forced him to live. That fucking sucks. Like, I know that the initial emotional response, and it's my initial emotional response too, is no, don't kill yourself. There's so much to live for. But if we step away from that initial emotional response and we look at it from the perspective of someone suicidal, like, I want to not exist. Existing is pain. I am now forced to exist forever in a world where where nothing changes. And so there's never anything that will change enough to give me a reason to stay alive. That's just misery. That's just endless misery. But then there's also the fear of the unknown past that point. What the fuck? Again, I'm going to go back through the sequence with Yase and Kurama talking this through, because there's like so much subtext in this sequence, I think. As they're watching his inane pain of getting a juice stolen from him at a vending machine, which is silly and ridiculous, but like, when you're depressed, when you're in a rough situation, those silly, small, ridiculous things are life-breaking. It's just like, fuck, the whole world is against me. This fucking stupid rabbit thing stole my goddamn juice, and it was the last one, and the only thing left is disgust. Ah! But I'm gonna go through this scene. Gosh, I keep coming back to Gosenzo Sama Banzai. I don't think that this is like a Yu Hakusho earlier this week where this is like a direct reference, but the whole scene of like a displaced child goes to a vending machine and then buys something and then something weird happens and a strange character just appears out of nowhere and like steals the drink from him is so very Gosenzo Sama Banzai. And also go watch Gosenzo Sama Banzai. I'm gonna shill it until the day that I die. It's so good. But again, this is a small inconvenience comparatively. It's also really weird that this rabbit thing does this. Cough it up. Come on, come on, come on. And then, most importantly, we turn our attention to his siblings. But before we do that, we see the way that Myoe, like, actually handles this conflict, which is that he doesn't. He yells about it a little bit, and then he gives up, and then he goes and coughs up the extra. Like, initially he says, like, I'm not gonna treat you to this juice. Pay me the money that I just paid for it. And the rabbit does not. It just stays there, and so Myoe gets out more money and puts it in. Doormat style, right? He doesn't confront what he's feeling. He doesn't like bring it out into the open or discuss it. He just sort of like shoves it down, and we see him like there's another scene here where he just like as he pushes the button. Where is it? It's right here. Okay. We cut to his face. No, wait, where is it? What the fuck? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Fuck it. I guess I'll get this one. Everything else is sold out. No choice. And that's how he feels in life, right? All the opportunities for choice have been stolen away from him. His choice for suicide stolen from him. His choice to end his own life stolen from him. His choice to do anything in this magical world that is magical stolen from him by the weight of responsibility and expectation placed upon him by his now adopted parents, who are not his parents, and he wanted to die to join his parents in death, right? And now he's forced to live with the responsibility placed upon him by his adopted parents, who he doesn't want. He wants to be dead. And now he's stuck in this world that never changes with no options and nothing to choose but distasteful options. And the only distasteful options in front of him are do nothing or do the thing that I've been assigned to do. Fuck. Okay, and then we turn our perspective to how Yase and Kurama view him. Surely a single can of juice is nothing to get worked up about, but again, it's not a single can of juice that he's worked up about. It's the last straw on the camel's back. And his life is just a series of additional straws being placed upon the camel's back. He's just miserable. So everything is miserable to him. Jesus. Why is one of us skipping the meeting to waste time? This is a yearly occurrence for the kiddo. He's younger than we are, which is odd. Yearly occurrence for the kiddo. He must feel he trained in vain with the utter lack of donations. What a very Kurama thing to say. Doesn't want us to see him while he's not at full steam. Lots of train puns. It's his own fault if he gets his hopes up and is delegated to the holding track. Now you're being hard on him. And then this moment, he always looks at me like only he is suffering. Ooh, so much truth in that statement, eh? We're all in pain. We're all in our own kinds of pain. But there is a dramatic tendency for depressed individuals to view their own pain as more poignant than that of those around them. It's a part of the anti-empathetic downward spiral that I think that depression causes in a lot of people. And I say this from a place of personal experience. You often will elevate your own pain, and it's like, sure, everyone else is hurting too, but I'm really hurting, you know? But are we not all on the same train? Are we not in this together? We're all stuck here. None of us want this. We all want change. But we're not really on the same train because the two of us are immortal and he ages. And he's human and we're not. But that annoys me even more. He cannot return by now, just as the days of old will never return. And this is coming from Kurama, who's got his own path moving forward, right? And then he brings up the story of Hachiko, a certain dog who kept waiting for his master's return, but his master had died, waiting and waiting and waiting, unaware of his death. The dog eventually tired of waiting and died himself. So, obvious connection. Yakushimaru is waiting and waiting and waiting for his father's promise to come true. I will return with the Alpha and the Omega, or the beginning and the end, which is hugely different from the Alpha and Omega. Blah, blah, blah. Tired of waiting and died himself. What a tragic story, can't you feel the tears welling up? And Yase's response is, how silly. The dog had the ability to run away. Was the dog really waiting for his own, like for his master to return, or was the dog waiting for his own death? Wow. That is a poignant and depressing way to look at that story. Shit. I don't know whether to argue for it or against it. It's got a point. I don't like the point very much. I like the idea that the Hachiko story is about like loyalty and love and stuff that transcends bonds and things, is real cool. But if you put it this way, it's alternatively, it's either really cruel of the master to go off and die and leave his dog with a mission, right? Knowing full well that the dog is purely loyal and is going to just stay there. Which is sort of what this situation seems to be. It seems to be deeply cruel to leave Yakushimaru and these others here alone. And to saddle them with the weight of responsibility to, like, protect the family and look after the place while I'm gone, and to carry the burden of Priest Myoe and all of those things. That's a lot of stuff. So the dog wanted to die anyway. Should have gotten on with life at some point. Yes, an opinion that befits you. My own opinion, was the dog truly waiting for his master? If so, would he not have acted differently? No. If the dog was waiting simply for his own death, then it makes sense. And at that point, Yase flips. Don't lampoon the dog's devotion. That's too depressing. But that's the point. And he does not say absit omen. What does he say? Kuwabara, which is the name of Kuwabara, but also, what does that mean exactly? Translate.google.com. Kuwabara. It's something scary. It's Kuwahara. What? I have no fucking idea. It's not, it refuses to translate it, so I don't know what it means. Okay. What is the translation of absit omen then? Fine. I'll use your weird Latin translation. Absit omen from Latin. Far omen. It doesn't mean anything. So then we turn to here. It is the station day. We meet this kid who is still a kid, and they are friends, I guess. The kid is real simple. You don't need this stuff anymore, but it's good stuff. That's why I'm floating away. I don't need it. I can get new toys. Yippee-ki-yay. And then very intentional motions throughout this scene. And we get a lot of that throughout this episode that's really cool. And this whole scene of the ball flying, boom, is a cool transition. Goofiness with investigating, blah, blah, blah. No, she's weird. I'll take you to the outside world one day. She promises. I agree with him that this is a promise that I don't think Kodo can keep, but she doesn't know that. But then he gets real fucking mad here as they're being friendly to each other and just having a nice time. Don't promise something you can't live up to. You got into this place, but now you're just leeching off of me. All you're doing is screwing around, hoping something will change. Okay, Myoe, who exactly are you talking to and talking about right now? Because that seems like you. You got in to this family, and now all you're doing is leeching off of them. You're just waiting around hoping that something will change in a world that never changes. This super obviously doesn't fit Kodo. Kodo is an element of change. She is an incarnation of chaos. Her wielding of the hammer that allows her to destroy things is that. It gives her the power to change things in a way that no one else in this world can. So who are you talking to, Myoe? Talking to yourself, obviously. Obviously. Looks to me like you just want to chill here. And we all go, dude, why are you so mad? Shit, man. What's wrong? Why? Because he's carrying this fucking rain cloud around with him, right? Like, none of this stuff makes any sense in context for him to be that mad about. It's triggering other mad stuff that he's actually mad about. And that is, again, he's not somebody who discusses or confronts or really brings up his emotions. He just tamps them down until they explode at a random time at random people who don't deserve it. And then he knows that he's fucking up, but he's not gonna admit it. He just goes, I'm so mad. I'm just leaving. God. Stupid, inconsiderate, and cheeky. And then it flips, right? You're so stupid, inconsiderate, and cheeky, but this isn't about you. I always get the short end of the stick. That's what this is really about. You are putting more responsibility onto me, and I don't want it. Wah. Wah. Waluigi. Wah. Beads. Nobody does anything but get in my way. In the way of what? What destination are you? Oh no, it's suicide. Oh, I see. So everything that occurs in the world is bad because it prevents you from getting to where you want to be and where you've wanted to be since you were a child, and you have not grown past that. There's a reason that Yase calls him Kiddo. Just piss off already. Woof. So he goes on this rant, this diatribe, and eventually looks up and is like, oh shit, I just said all that stuff out loud. My bad. So she comes over with a bunch of snacks. I really like the design of the girlfriend character. Her hair is gorgeous, and the little loop of hair that goes over her eye is super cute. I like her a lot. And I like her personality as well. She's very sweet and I think quite insightful. And also sort of a character who understands what's going on to some extent and understands Myoe to some extent and wants to help him, but doesn't really know how. And so asks Kodo for help, which is pretty great. Not making any more sense. Niku or something, and we see this again. And then this again, also the three animals are there, which I'm really curious about. What's going on with that? I don't know. This is the most standout moment to me in the entire episode, is Myoe reaches out to pat his head, and he pulls away. And then Myoe forcefully grabs his head and pulls him in, and it's like, no, noogie, noogie, noogie. There's something about that. There's something about that. There's something about this, like, no, you're family. Don't shy away from me. You're part of this. That's really powerful, but it doesn't go through. It doesn't get through to Myoe in the way that it's supposed to. It's just forcing him. He hates that. Shit, man. Love the patterns, by the way. Love the patterns on Myoe's coat and his umbrella, his parasol as well. Okay, so he takes his beads, turns them into glowy goop, spills the glowy goop into Myoe's hands. I'm sorry you had to tolerate my pastimes for so long. The glowy goop turns into DNA, which folds itself into him, becomes a glowing orb, and then becomes a red glowing orb, which forms itself into the beads. What? The ties that bind? A representation of family? Seems like it. But our wielder of the representation of binding ties and family hates everybody, including and most powerfully himself, and so cannot form bonds with people. Character. So much of it. There's so much of it. And you awaken. And he finally sort of comes around a little bit through a very quiet scene. Shows up, he's like, alright, is she here? I'm gonna try and do something. Child has to know it's on. I have no idea what to think about any of these people walking around. I do not understand. Never mind what you're told, just buy her ticket with the train stop, etc. I had no clue. Hope she doesn't board the train. Little joke about the dog taking Myoe out for a walk, because why Myoe wouldn't? It's great. Waiting for some chick, haha, hee ha ha, ha ha, hee ha. And she's so cute and so exuberant, and we get this shot of them standing face to face, and then the light turns on, which is kind of cute. It's like a little something happens between them. It's almost like a little, you know, you get it in Shonen where like a little lightning bolt flickers between them. There's something going on there. I don't know what though. The two of them. And Un, or these two? Mother and son and mother. And daughter and... So, I don't know. I love this poster. It's great. Onward we go. Goofy stuff. Stop at the vending machine. Goofy stuff. No idea about understanding this train, except as a representation of fatality. This whole sequence of this field of wheat is gorgeous and wonderful, and... Did it ever occur to you to board that train and see if it takes you home? He asks because it has absolutely occurred to him, but he does not do it still. I think that train is death. I think it's a way for death to occur in this world without death occurring. Can't you go to the forbidden area alone? And where are they going? What is this forbidden area? We see a shrine gate over there. Is this the representation of the shrine in this place? Super intriguing to me. It'd be cool, of course. And then we talk about and Un, the beginning and the end. But they aren't human like you, and you're okay with that? Yeah, of course. Normally that would be relevant when accepting your family, which tells us, you know, like, I have trouble accepting that my family are my family when they're not human, right? But he can't say that. He can never say any of what he's feeling, right? He can always only put it on other people. Wait, you don't have a hard time accepting and Un as family? She's like, no, why would I? He's like, oh, you know, just asking. I've got a friend who's got some inhuman relatives that he doesn't really... Yeah, it's about me. It's just about me. Hajimari Owari. That's not... It's Kaminari Pikari. But he remembers that moment, and so he reaches out and grabs her. We just hold. We just hold this scene. And let the music speak. So cool. And we see wonder in his face. Curiosity and possibility. Something that he had never hoped for. Kind of seems to come true. And we see this, and it's like, what is this? Is this now being represented visually? Or is this in the past, and we're just seeing a real thing that happened? Or, like, what is this? I don't know. And I don't think I can know. And we see the animals. And what's the deal with them? I don't know. And I don't know if I can know yet. But goofy beads, and we have goofy stuff with the fam that's actually goofy. And then we see this coin thing. And he makes her make a promise. Wow. What a powerful and weird character study of a depressed character. Like last week we got Yase, and Yase was revealed to us to be like desperate to hold on to the past, trapped in nostalgia almost. When Myoe is the opposite, he wants to divest himself of everything, especially responsibility, and refuses to grow up, kind of. Whoa, what an episode. Super cool. Super, like, dark and tragic feeling as well. Where do we go from here? I have no idea. We've done all of our character studies now. As far as I know, all of the primary characters have had a full, solid episode dedicated to them. What comes next? I don't know. I guess the story can begin, or more of it. How's this gonna happen? We have to bring together these 3 siblings, right? To do what? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, I like this episode a lot. I think it's brilliantly directed. I think it just is full of emotion and characters acting in ways that don't seem totally understandable. And then you take a step back and go, I guess that does make sense. That's really cool. I like it a lot. Okay, I'm gonna wrap there, partly because my fucking legs are falling asleep and it really hurts. Ow, pins and needles, no. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Kyousougiga episode 5. I need to stop moving my legs, but I need to move them, otherwise they'll keep being pins and needles. Ow! I've been Teeaboo. This has been Kyousougiga episode 5. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week for more. I'll see you there. Peace.